Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. The Knicks narrowly, not narrowly, I wouldn't say that, but the Knicks hold on to beat the Memphis Grizzlies. We some some tentative moments at the end of this game. A game that we was winning handedly at some points. I think we was leading as much as 28 to 29 points or something like that. And the game in the fourth quarter, our lead dwindled down to, I think, four at the lowest.
Hmm.
But we prevailed, you know. We prevailed. And shout out to my guy, Dante DiVincenzo, a.k.a. the Big Ragu, a.k.a. new name from T-Time, Billy Hoyt. If you know, you know. You feel me? All my real ones over a certain age know who Billy Hoyt is. You know what I mean? And that's my son Dante DiVincenzo, aka Billy Hoyt. Yeah, I mean, Michael Brown was good. I see you in the chat. Yeah, tentative moments. Tentative moments. Hope that Jalen Brunson and Josh Hart are healthy and will be playing our next game because we we can't survive any more injuries. This is just what it is. You know, we if those guys can't play, I don't like our chances, especially Jalen Brunson. If Jalen Brunson can't go our next game, I don't like our chances. And at the same time, if he's twinged a little bit, at the same time I'd rather him rest if he's hurt for real. You know what I mean? Like I'd rather him rest because this is a marathon, not a sprint. And yeah, Darlene was good. It was good, Darlene. You already know the vibes. Yeah. But this game is we did what we was expected to do. Even shorthanded, you just knew that Jalen Brunson was enough to beat this team. Um and that's what happened. From onset, we turned up on these guys. You feel me? From onset, we turned up on these guys, build up a large lead. For whatever reason, we went into snooze mode, and the Grizzlies was like, nah, we still playing basketball. And I got a whole rant about that too, but we're gonna wait for that till later. Just want to check Mrs. Nick's temperature on the game. You know what I mean?
I mean, I'm glad we were able to sustain the lead to get the win today. It got real cardiac nicks down that stretch. I'm like, this game shouldn't be that hard, bro. Like, what the heck? But more importantly, I've been online just praying we get some news on Jalen Brunson because yeah, we can't afford to lose him. Not any games. I mean, it'll be especially the next game we play Dallas. I think that will be tough to win without
Absolutely.
him. But just like you said, for the long run, like hope he's okay because it didn't look good. But the fact that he walked off gave me a little hope. I'm sure they're gonna reevaluate him tomorrow. See what.
So yeah, there was a post that you sent me about when DiVincenzo was asked about
Yeah.
Jalen Brunson. Talk about that, please.
So hold on, let me find it because got off of it. But Dante was asked about DiVincenzo's, I mean about Jalen's injury, and he said, playing with Jalen for so long, I asked him, "Are you good?" He said, "I'm good." Then it goes on to say DiVincenzo didn't seem overly concerned about his ankle, which appeared to be sprained in the fourth quarter. I
Yeah.
mean, that is very gives me a sense of relief because if anyone knows better, it'll be the guys from Villanova, right?
Yeah, facts.
Um, so that gives me a little sigh of relief. But I guess until we see him back on that court, I'm still going to be antsy. Um, but a lot of good things happened today. Josh Hart was Josh Hart. We're
Yeah.
seeing more from Deuce. He's going into the paint tea time.
You heard me. You heard me. You heard me.
Precious is still playing well. A lot of good things still came out of the game. And I mean, Dante came up really clutch for us today. So I was happy
Yeah,
about that. Happy to see him out of his little funk.
yeah, yeah. So you know, when being my little bit of basketball experience, I've experienced multiple levels of ankle sprains, from the severe to the seems like it may be severe, but it really ain't much of nothing. Ankle sprain, and I think JB caught one of those that in a moment it hurts a lot, but ain't nothing really happened. You feel me? Like he walked off on his own accord. Didn't seem like he had too much of a limp, which is also a good sign. So yeah, he might be sore, he might be hurt a little bit, but I think JB knows that, excuse me, I could play on this if necessary. You know what I mean? Because coming like you said, coming up against the Magic, Luka's back, uh Kyrie's back. They both had 30 points against the Brooklyn Nets. The Nets is trash, but that's neither here nor there. But the facts still remain. They both still scored 30 points against the net. I think Luka had a triple double, if I'm not mistaken. Nah, he was one assist away from a triple double. Luka had 35, 18, and 9
Mm-hmm.
against the
The Nets.
the Nets, and Kyrie had 36. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, 36 against the Nets. So that's what we have to expect coming into the Garden on Thursday. And if we're sans Jalen Brunson, I don't like our chances. I mean, chalk that up as a loss, to be perfectly honest. Because who's going to score the basketball? Honestly, who's going to score the basketball if Jalen Brunson ain't playing? Uh, like I said, but it's all good signs so far. Uh, I want to talk about this game, but I almost feel like it ain't much to talk about this game. Like I'm trying to think as I'm rambling, like,
Yeah,
damn, let me
because
give
up
some.
until the very end, it was pretty boring because we was whooping on them.
I started doing other stuff until I started getting text message like the first one was from my bro Fluke. Shout out to Fluky. We was talking shit earlier in the game. Like, yeah, this is what we was talking shit about. They got the thing for Bill Bradley. Shout out to Bill Bradley and his movie and all that other fine shit. Yeah, shout out to Bill Bradley. But they was talking too much to Bill Bradley, and it was getting on my nerves. So me and Fluke was talking about that, and we was joking, and then conversation died. I'm watching the game. Then I started doing other stuff. Then Fluke started texting me like, "Hey, I'm not worried," and I'm like,
Worry.
"I'm worried about what?" So I check the score. I didn't even go back to the game. I checked the score. I'm like, "Oh yeah, bro, I ain't worried about this." And then he sent me the eye emoji, like, no, no. First he texted me, "I'm a little bit worried," and I'm like, "Little bit worried." Then I looked at the score, I was like, still not worried. And then he texted me the eye emoji. He was up by 4. I was like, "Oh, I might have to sit back down and see what's up." And then I saw what happened to JB, and then I was concerned.
Yeah.
Once JB got injured, I was concerned. But shout out to Devo for because he brought this game home. He brought this game home. Uh, I don't I don't think Devo could lead a team like being the main guy, but stepping up when he have to, Devo showed that he could do that in spades, and he
Facts.
did that yet again tonight. You mentioned my boy Deuce. Great to see Deuce attacking the basket, not being scared when he has the lane. Like, and that's all I want.
Facts.
All I want from Deuce is when you got the lane, be aggressive. Be aggressive. Be aggressive. That's it. and he
Yeah.
did that tonight.
It was so
Uh,
good to see. It was one play where he kind of pulled a Jalen Brunson and went into the paint, like foul line extended, and did that uh little jump shot with the little fadeaway. I'm like, somebody working with our all star in the
you heard, and he needs to, especially being an undersized guard, right? Which
yes,
McBride is. Who better to learn from than another undersized guard that went from being a bench player to now a superstar?
that,
You know, like, yes, you need to be learning footwork. You need to be studying the fadeaway, the bump, the fadeaway on the bump. Like you, all those moves that JB, Deuce McBride need to be like, yeah, teach me that.
facts.
Teach me that. But yeah, but tonight we did what we were supposed to do. Like, I don't think
Yeah,
no Knicks fan expected us to lose tonight. Shout out
facts.
to my boy Jimmy J. One. Shout
I
out to
know
Sean in the building.
one hey,
No,
one stat that stood out to me was our big man play. A combined 34.
absolutely,
That's huge for us.
absolutely, absolutely. You know, it's great to see, Hartenstein in particular feeling more comfortable in the offensive end, getting the ball instead of just looking to pass,
Yeah,
noticing that, hey, I may have a mismatch or I might have the position advantage and looking for his shot instead of, just trying to kick it out or pull the ball back out and passing it, right? Preston Achua, again, I said it last time. I'll take back every bad thing I said about that man. You know, he continues to impress,
yeah.
at least with me. You know, uh, on both ends of the basketball, offensively and defensively. He hit a 3-pointer tonight, even though everybody on the Knicks ish panel has complained about him shooting a 3-point shot. And to see him hit a 3-pointer tonight was definitely refreshing. Like, okay, maybe I wouldn't be mad if you took three a game. Three,
No, that's too
yeah.
much. Become is too much. One.
Listen, if he hit one, right?
Okay, if he hit one, then he could shoot two. If he missed
No,
one, he can't shoot it again.
no, no, no. If he hit one, you got to give him at least two more tries.
No,
You got
no.
to give it. If he hit one, you got to give him at least two tries. Now, if he missed the next two, all right, pack it up. But if he hit one, miss one, hit another, you can't be mad at that.
Look, look.
That's 66% on a night. Just to let you know.
We'll see.
Yo, nah.
No, but it's good to see his confidence go up because remember, when Julius comes back, he's going to be the backup. And if he's playing like this as the backup, oh man, that makes us tough to beat.
This is a fact. This is a fact. Yeah, I can't.
One thing I would like from him is, bro, he misses a lot of layups. He got
It's
to make them
annoying.
layups.
It's annoying how many layups this man missed. Like, it, and I also feel like it's the ones where he get the rebound and be just trying to. He
Like
don't
throw
really,
it up. Yeah,
yeah, have the positioning. He be trying to turn his whole body around and lay the ball up at the same time. It Those are the ones he missed.
yeah,
Like when he's gathered, got the rebound, facing the rim and the backboard, he makes those. Those when like his body is in an awkward position and he's trying to just like rebound. I'm gonna do a 360 and lay the ball
yeah.
up. But yeah, Precious, he's been playing really good basketball. He was 17, 5 and 3 tonight, 3 steals and a
Yeah,
block. That's yo, that's from a guy who's a backup. That's really impressive basketball, albeit is against the Memphis Grizzlies, but still, he's been doing this against quality. Not this per se. He's been playing well against quality teams.
for sure.
Uh, and Hartenstein 17, 8 and 3, 2 steals and 3 blocks. Like, these games that we're winning, they are complete team efforts. They have to be, because we're missing a lot. Mitchell Robinson, Julius Randle, Quentin Grimes, OG Anunoby. Uh, I feel like I'm missing somebody, but yeah, there's a lot of people that's not playing basketball for the New York Knicks that have rotational spots. And this is how you have to win games. Everybody contributing. Granted, you have a 27-point game from our All Star and a 32-point game from DiVincenzo, but you still need 12 from Deuce McBride,
Mm-hmm.
17 and 17 from the center and power forward combo.
Mm-hmm.
Josh Hart with another 10 and 10. Like, if we didn't get these efforts the way that the Grizzlies, competed tonight, especially down the stretch, we lose.
Oh
And
yeah.
that's just the facts. But what you call it? It was something I wanted to say, but I forget right now. Shout out to everybody in the chat. If you ain't already, press the like button. You know what I mean? Uh, and what I wanted to say was something. It was something too. Oh man, yeah. Even Malachi Flynn in his 11 minutes gave us a quality 6 points.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Uh, but the goal right now is to stay afloat. We can't suffer any more injuries, man. We just can't do it. We just can't do it.
Facts.
And I think that's why everybody collectively, even though nobody in the Knicks universe wants Jalen Brunson to be hurt, but you compound that on the fact that we already severely hurt, you could hear the arena like, oh,
Facts.
my heart was in my feet. Like, ain't no way.
Right.
Ain't no way.
What did I say in the chat? I said this can't be life.
It can't be like, because, ain't no way. But,
Oh,
in hindsight, there's we really can't dwell on a game too long that we had handed most of the game. But there's other things that we can speak about, which is the news that you reported today in the group chat. And I'm gonna let you deliver the news because you're the one who brought it to my attention.
my boy, yeah, he's coming back. Tom Thibodeau said that Mitchell Robinson will be starting on-court activities directly after the All-Star break. We knew he was coming back.
So yeah, so like I had a feeling that he would be back this season, especially when we got denied the injury player thing that the NBA does. I don't know the name of it
The event,
offhand,
the
but
exception.
yeah. So yeah, the injury player exception, yeah. So we got denied that, and so I was like, oh, so the prognosis is good. You feel me? But I didn't know it was that good. I'm thinking that we might not see Mitch until like late April, maybe like right before the the season ends. But now with this news, I don't know what the ramping up process is. I'm not going to give an exact date because I'm not
Ain't
that
much. He
guy.
don't
You feel
shoot.
me?
It ain't much.
Yeah. So I'll say just to be generous, a month after All Star game.
I think
You
so.
know, so that leaves us mid March, end of March. We could be able to see Mitchell Robinson back, and that's fire. And as well as Isaiah Hartenstein is playing, there's no rush for Mitch to be a starter again. Like you can wean him back in the game with giving him bench minutes. Like,
Yep. Restrictions. Yep.
yeah, we're gonna give you 14 minutes. We can give you, what I mean? Because Josh Hart is already playing 35 minutes plus and excelling and killing in the role. Uh, and that's fire. But this also raised the question, Josh Hart, Hartenstein is a free agent this year. he's going the way he's playing. You got to somebody gonna pay. I don't want
I
him to
don't
leave.
want to lose him.
I don't want him to leave. But I also feel like in that same breath, if we make a trade, which is something that we about to get into a little bit later, if we make a trade, we make a deep playoff run, Eastern Conference Finals, extended, it makes sense to be like, okay, depending on how that ECF conference final series go, or if we make the finals, depending on how that series go, it could make the art. You can make the argument that hey, we run it back because we wasn't that far. You know what I mean? And if we make it that point where we like, all right, we just gonna run it back because we made the Eastern Conference extended, or
Right.
like say, God forbid, we make the Eastern Conference Finals and lose by in Game 6 or 7, or same thing with the finals. That's a great case to be like, yeah, we're gonna give Hartenstein his money and we're just gonna run it back. Because at that point, you go, it's a learning curve at this point. You know what I mean?
Right.
We made the finals. We don't need to really tweak much. You just got to learn. And then you got to pay them. But if we fall short, I can't, in the right conscience, go, yeah, we're going to give him the money he deserves. Because what Hartenstein is doing right now, that's at least 18 mil a game.
Yeah.
Like, dominating the offensive boards. Like every game, it seemed like, except for tonight, it seemed like he's giving you 10 plus rebounds, 12 plus rebounds. A lot of these games is 15 plus rebound games is crazy, right? So at some point, he's going to want some chicken, right? Uh, and then you're already playing Mitchell Robinson a hefty sum of money for a center.
Mhm.
That only leaves you two options. Are you going to trade Mitchell when he gets healthy to sign Hartenstein? Like, there's a lot of decisions that's going to have to be made with how well Hartenstein is playing and him being a free agent. And
Yeah.
either way, it's going to make me sad. I'm not
Right.
mad at that. 30 million for 2 years, that's 15 million a year. That's if he's willing to take that. You
Yeah.
feel me? I feel like that's feasible.
Yeah. I mean, we never would ask for someone to not do what's best for their family, right? Like financially.
Absolutely.
But I would hope he is the type to be like, you know what? The Knicks gave me a chance. So I'm gonna give him another year.
Or two.
Or two. No,
You know what I
for
mean?
sure. I mean, you never know what goes on in guys' heads because not everyone is all about the money. Somebody, there are some players that will take a little bit less. We're not asking him to take 10 mil less. You know what I mean?
So so with that being said, he's only 25 years old. You know what I
Right.
mean? And he could give us 2 years on a discount. You know what I mean? He could do that. Uh,
And it's not like if like they said, 2 years, 30 mil, that's 15 mil. If you're saying he's worth about 18, he's losing 6, that's not a lot. I mean, it's a
yeah.
lot to us, but
Michael Brown said it. Yeah. Randall took less on a most improved player year after a most
fact,
improved player year. That's
right.
facts.
It all depends on where they are mentally and
Yeah.
if they see
And
the vision and if they feel that we're that close. You know what I mean?
but the thing that worried me about Hartenstein, he says shit like, "Yeah, this just shows I could be a starter in this league," and
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, you right, but still, bro, we need you, gang. Like
Facts.
we need you, gang. Yes, you could be a starter, but we need you. Be a starter after we win a chip or something. Like,
I
come on.
mean,
Yeah, but
I hope he looking and seeing it ain't green on the other side all the time. Just
because
saying.
it's a few players that went to greener pastures that are probably regretting it right now. Um, but back to Mitchell Robinson and him, you know, coming back, it's gonna be a scary situation
No, that's a fact.
For opposing big men in the NBA when it comes to the boards. Ain't nobody getting no rebounds. Mitchell
Fact.
Robinson come back, you're not going to rebound. That means Precious get to play the backup four as well, and he's been rebounding the ball at a super high level as well. Today I don't feel like we rebound the ball particularly well. He only had 5 rebounds today. But before that, he was 10, 9, 8. Like he was in that range
Yeah.
every game. And he was playing like I'm saying. So yeah, it's gonna be rough on the boards. It's
Facts.
gonna be
And then
rough.
let's not forget Hart, the best rebounding guard in the league with that second unit. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
another 10 rebound game. No rebounds. Defense lockdown. Yeah, what we talking about? You
Facts.
feel me? And this is the reason why nobody's gonna want to see us in the postseason is because healthy, this team is crazy.
Facts.
Crazy. And then speaking of healthy, we talking about Julius Randle sitting on the bench without a sling. Now, I'm not a doctor. I don't have no PhDs, no MDs, whatever you call they don't got none of that. But I do know normally when somebody dislocates a shoulder, they usually sit in a sling for like a week or two. Julius Randle is out and about, living normal life. His wife posting pictures with him in a fitting room while she trying on stuff. He's sitting there with a sleeveless shirt, just sitting there chilling. That bodes well. I love to see it. Yes, indeed. Love to see it because that means he will be back sooner than later. And if he's back sooner, again, another reason why the NBA needs to be very scared.
Yep.
Very scared. Because now you have a whole bunch of role players that's getting extended minutes and building their confidence up in their game.
Facts.
And then you bring the stars back. Oh, and we still washing people up. We giving people full showers out here. You feel me?
Facts.
So we give them full shower, scrub a dubbing players up. You feel me? So teams up. So imagine what happens when you don't have to just rely on Jalen Brunson for a bulk of the scoring and Dante DiVincenzo. Frank, this is a good question. You know, Kev brought something across my desk today. I don't know how true that is, but Kev brought it across the desk, so I got to talk about it. You know what I mean? I usually don't believe these kind of things unless it's from Shams and Woj. But Kev said he's hearing that there's a trade that's pretty much done for DeJounte Murray, and the trade includes Jericho Sims, Quentin Grimes, Evan Fournier, and 2 picks. Now, this could make a whole lot of sense why Jericho Sims didn't play today.
Well, they said he was sick.
You feel me? Like illness. So this could make a whole lot of sense why he didn't play today. They're trying to probably hammer down the details. It's probably involving draft picks, like which draft picks in the first round they want. Uh, but if I could see that being a possibility, and it's not just Dejounte Murray, it's AJ Griffin too. So if that happens, if it's true, to answer your question, Frank, that's a reason why Sims couldn't have played today. But if that's true, we get Dejounte Murray and AJ Griffin. I'm saying it now. We're going to the finals. Yeah, fuck what anybody talking about. We get Dejounte Murray and AJ Griffin, finals. On this team, finals. If listen for what the Atlanta Hawks is planning to give us back, I'll send them 4 first rounders for that. DeJounte Murray and AJ Griffin.
Okay, slow down, T time. Not four,
AJ Griffin is a super young player, and he's playing really good basketball right now.
not
He can
four.
play. He can play. Most of our draft picks are heavily protected. Not even lotto draft picks. We're not even talking about lotto. Most of our first round draft picks are lottery protected. We're getting a guy who's 25, 20. No, I think he's 27, right? DeJounte Murray probably, I think he's 27 years old, averaging 20, 21.
Yeah, he's 27.
27-year old, still young, averaging 21 per game. I think he's shooting close to 50% from the field. Could defend on both ends. He could defend, score. Then you got a younger guy in AJ Griffin that's shown signs to be something that might be special. Solid defender, can also score. To bring to a team that we already know to be a championship contender, we're missing one piece, and then you get a bonus piece like AJ Griffin for the future. Yeah, take 4 first rounders. Yeah, take that. Yeah, take that. Take that, and every player that I named. Absolutely. Absolutely. And every player that I named. Jericho Sims, Quentin Grimes, and Evan Fournier. Yeah, and four. And four of them things. Because you know why? We're going to the finals. That's why.
I don't know, but I'll let you have that one.
Take it. Take the first. Take the four. They talking about two, which is fire. Yeah, I mean that's even better. But I'm saying, me personally, if I'm the GM, I play hardball. But if I have to, yeah, I can have four because we going to the finals. We going to the finals. I already feel like we going to the Eastern Conference finals, right? You add DeJounte Murray to this team and play with the second unit, like when JB got to go to the bench and you mix and match in DeJounte Murray and JB with Julius Randle and all these people in the set going to the finals. Yeah, I don't care about no Boston Celtics. I don't care about no Milwaukee Bucks. That roster is going to the finals. Man. But we got one more day to see. Not even a half a day. Because 3 o'clock we would know. By 3 o'clock we would know what's what and what's not.
Yep.
Uh, I wouldn't be mad if we didn't do anything. I still think we're going to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Facts.
But if we did, it better be DeJounte.
No exceptions, Knicks. None.
I don't want to hear about nobody else. I don't want to hear about no Jordan Clarkson. I don't want to hear about no Alec Burke. I don't want none of them. Nobody. DeJounte. Michael was good. Quincy was good. Yeah, DeJounte. That's who I want to. That's who need to be a Knick. Get him out that horrible situation. The only other, even though it's a long shot that nobody's talking about, the only other person that I'll be happy with is Mikal Bridges. But we know that's not going to happen.
That's not happening.
Yeah. So either stay put or bring me DeJounte.
Facts.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. It's no in between. But what you call it? So what you feel about what we should do as far as the trade deadline?
I mean, I agree. DeJounte Murray, hopefully after tomorrow he's a Knick. Um, but if we don't do anything, I'm okay as long as we're healthy. Because the not being healthy part makes me antsy. Um, I tell you, I have real life panic attacks, and when he went down today, boy, whew, had to catch myself. Same thing when Randall went down, I had to catch myself.
Yeah,
But
nah. When Jules went down, my heart sunk to my feet too. That same way. I was like, no way.
yeah, I mean, I think something's gonna happen. I really don't know because the Knicks move so silently. It's really hard to tell. Like you see, like uh these writers write about Dejounte, and I try and overlook it because I'm like, no one really knows what Leon Rose is thinking or what he's trying to do, or you know, every trade he's made has been something that's come out of left field.
Facts.
So that's the only thing that makes me like, is it really true? Like, are they
But
going to pull it this season? They going to wait and then try and again next season where he's not so valuable to the Hawks anymore. You know, his value is going to go down, especially if the Hawks don't do nothing and they not looking good. Um, so do we wait it off or pull the trigger right now? I guess it will all depend on what Atlanta intends to do with their franchise, really, because them giving us out of all teams Murray, ooh, that's them saying they in a
so
bad spot.
so from what the rumors are, they saying that the Atlanta Hawks is looking for three first rounders for Dejounte, which is pretty much what they gave up
Right.
to get him in the first place. Uh, so it could be a situation where they just feel like it is not going to work between those two, and they want to like take a step on, probably either making further trades or rebuilding. Because Dejounte, he ain't making chump change, but he's not super expensive neither. Uh, so, but the word on the street is that they actively shopping Dejounte.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But Michael, to answer your question real quick, so I don't get lost in my thoughts. I said earlier, they saying two first rounders, Quentin Grimes, Jericho Sims, and Evan Fournier for DeJounte Murray and AJ Griffin, which sounds too good to be true now that I keep on saying it. Really does sound too sweet of a deal to be for real. You know what I mean? But yeah, part of me for sitting back, my sciatica is acting up, and I need to. I gotta brace myself. But yeah, yeah, nah, that would be beautiful. That would be beautiful. It'd be exactly what this team need. DeJounte, 6'5", really long arms, disruptive in the passing lanes and turning people over, which is something that this front office has actively been looking for over the last season and a half. Not only they Jalen Brunson's friends, but they're destructive, being Josh Hart and DiVincenzo. They're very disruptive as far as defensively, and then you get OG Anunoby, who also turns people over. We in prior years we've been a good defensive team, except for the Kemba Walker year, obviously. But before these people came, we were good defensively, but we did not turn people over. We were last in turnovers, um, or at least bottom of the barrel as far as turnovers go. But now you can see, like, with DiVincenzo, Josh Hart, OG Anunoby, they're searching people who are good defenders and that also can turn people over. And DeJounte Murray fits that mold.
Thanks.
Uh, that's why I'm so gun ho is like, okay, I know some people probably look at it like, yo, you didn't. Me personally, I didn't want to give up a shit ton for Donovan Mitchell, but T-Tom, why do you want to give up so much now? Because DeJounte Murray fits this team perfectly,
It'll
hand
be
in
an
glove.
undisruptive trade the same way OG did. Yeah.
And this will put us in the finals. Me personally, I believe this trade puts us in the final. You know what I mean? Puts us in the final. I already have a hard time seeing most teams in the East beat us in a 7 game series as is and healthy. And having another dynamic player like DeJounte Murray, to me, makes us harder to go. When Julius Randle come back, you're not going to be able to double Jalen Brunson with the same frequency, especially if OG come back. Now you add a player like DeJounte Murray. How in the world, excuse me, are you going to be able to double Jalen Brunson? And then you have the mixture of all the dynamics that goes into the bench with moving DiVincenzo back into the benches, who's probably still going to get significant minutes because of how well he's been playing and the points that he could put up in a short period of time. What would anybody be able to do with us offensively? And we're still going to be an elite defensive team.
Right.
Uh,
And
thank you.
if you think about just the rotation of the team, like you put DeJounte with Jalen cooking, you put DeJounte with Devo cooking. It just
You
is
see what I'm
perfect fit.
saying? So that's what I wanted. That's what I wanted. I forgot earlier, and I wanted to ask. It was the moment where I was like, "Damn, I wanted to say something." This was it. I wanted to ask you: do you believe that the whole kumbaya session between CAA and Clutch Sports had something to do with possibly this trade?
I think so. I mean, we talked about it, I think, last show a little bit. Um, I think a lot of it, yes. And the fact that they lost OG because of the same type of situation. They weren't about to lose two main pieces to a beef that is so old. What's the point at this point? You know what I mean? So, I mean, I say yes. I say yes. I say yes. Because it doesn't
Yeah,
make any other sense. I mean, who else is attached to Clutch Sports that we know want to be Knicks? You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah. I would 100% agree with that uh, because we all know that this is the player empowerment movement of the NBA, and when you are an agent, you literally have to do what the players want. That's
Facts.
your job. And if players telling you, "Hey, I want to go over here," but you like, "Nah, man, they bad people. They bad people over there," and they like, "Yeah, I hear you, bro. But nah, I'm really trying to go ball out over there. That's my dream. That's what I want to do." And you like, "Yeah, I ain't really got a great relationship with it." Niggas ain't trying to hear that, dog.
Facts. They like, all right, let me call Sam Rose real quick.
Because I could fire you exactly and get his son to represent me and be over there chilling.
Facts.
And especially when teams are looking and seeing how well the Knicks are playing. And then they're starting to get that thought like, I can help that situation. And I feel like DeJounte might be having that issue where he's looking like, DeJounte nice, but I know if I go there, I'm definitely going to start over him. And I can help. I can still be an efficient 20-point scorer.
Mm-hmm.
Over on a winning team instead of being an efficient 20-point scorer on a losing team.
Facts.
Like because if you and the reason why I keep on saying is because if you look at the way Julius is playing, you look at how efficient uh, Jalen is playing. We had three 20-point scorers pretty much last year. Two of them was wildly inefficient. So for there to So I'm just saying that there's room for us to have three 20-point scorers and everybody be efficient. That's what I'm trying to get at. And
Yeah.
he fits that. He fits that. He fits that so perfectly.
Facts.
Please. I ain't got no smoke from our front office, but I'm just excited with the prospect that DeJounte could be the Knicks. And I'm so happy everybody stopped talking about LeBron being in it.
Bro, because I was over it.
Disgusting.
Yo, I can't tell you how many Knicks pages I done blocked because I'm not dealing with that nonsense.
Disgusting. Disgusting. And I get it. It be Knicks for clicks. It be people trying to use excuse me. I mean, Clutch Sports and LeBron are not stupid people. Very smart. I believe LeBron, outside of basketball, is probably one of the smarter basketball players that we've seen as far as business wise go in ever. Right. Uh, I think Rich Paul, as an agent, obviously showed that he's a brilliant mind, and when it comes to business, comes to the business of basketball, right? And I also think these motherfuckers know how to do two things at once: put pressure on the Lakers and get a player that's under their regime to a place where he wants to go. So it could be that, yeah, I got LeBron wearing the towel because Lakers, you need to know, we just mended bridges over there. We could get LeBron to ask for a trade and say he don't want to go nowhere but New York. Then that means you got two things: you're not gonna stay with disgruntled LeBron James, and two, no other team's gonna touch LeBron if he says he don't want to go nowhere but New York. So that's all the pressure that they need, and they know that. But at the same time, you could be like, yeah, we know they know how to keep a secret. So yeah, we doing this, but if you want DeJounte, shh. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's just a lot that needs to happen. I can't wait till the trade deadline is over. This is my least favorite part of the year, especially now because we're so good. I want things to happen, but at the same time, I don't want things to happen.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, it sucks because all these years we develop our young guys, develop the young guys, and now that they've created this value for themselves by playing so well for us, they're always the ones that are part of these trades. So it's always a sad goodbye, but at the same time, it's always what's best for the team as a whole. And I think when you get the opportunity to bring in guys like OG and DeJounte, I mean, you have to part ways with them. And, it kind of sucks and it's sad, but, it's what needs to be done for our organization and our progression as a team. It's always a name on the front of the jersey first, so it is what it is.
Yeah, facts. Uh, that's a fact. You know, when it when it comes to the young people, right? Two things. This is one of the issues where I feel like two things are rarely true at the same time: developing your young players and competing for a championship. Like sometimes that's true because you got those one or two studs that are just like, yeah, we keep those players around because we know they're going to be the future of the franchise. And when realistically thinking about it, that was supposed to be RJ. RJ was supposed to be the future of the franchise.
Yeah.
As much as I liked all those other players, it was supposed to be RJ. Nobody else that the of our kids could fill that role. As much as I like IQ, IQ is not a star. To me, I don't think he's ever going to be a star. I think he's going to be a really good role player, fringe star. Like somebody that's like the tier underneath, like a good 20-point per game scorer, but he's not an all star. Like that's where I feel like IQ will top out at. He's not as good as Maxi. Maxi's a star. That boy's a freaking super bucket, right? IQ is not Maxi. He's like if is an AB situation, right? Same number, but it's an AB situation. And after that, we just the other guys we just hope that they could be really good role players. And their value is high. You got to move these people,
Yeah.
especially when you have a guy like Jalen Brunson who's entering his prime. I think well, JB is like 26, 27, 26, 27. He
27.
is 27. So he's in his prime. In his prime, Julius Randle's 29. Latter stages of the prime. You feel me? Like 32 is kind of really where you start falling out your prime, especially for a big man. Um, Got to start making moves to be championship contenders now. And this has always been the goal of the front office, especially when you go. I always refer to Leon Rose's first interview with Mike Breen when he was a president, when he became president of basketball operations. He said 4 to 5 years, we will be contenders. We're on the cusp. This is his fourth year, right? This is his fourth
Mm-hmm.
year. So he had the vision. We're right there. We even got the media saying that we are Eastern Conference Finals contenders, which is crazy, right? Because they don't never give us any credit. So with that being said, this is where you have to make those moves and sacrifice those young guys.
Yeah.
Jericho Sims, Quentin Grimes, even Deuce McBride. All those guys can get up out of here for DeJounte Murray, as far as I'm concerned.
Well, Deuce can't.
We just signed him. Yeah, facts.
He got a 6 month no trade clause
Yeah.
attachment. Smart move, brother.
But like, yeah, don't be just signing me so y'all can get rid of me. You know what I mean? Yeah, respectfully. And I think, and that's another thing about Duke, like the DeJounte. I think Deuce is a better two than he is a one.
Just a small one, but yeah,
He defends. I've seen him defend the two with the best of them.
yeah.
I've seen him take on the 6'5", 6'6" guys with great succession defensively. I just think that Deuce can score. He just don't need to be having to create for himself. And DeJounte Murray alleviates all that shit. That's what I'm saying. Leon, if you're listening, please. I'll be cool if you don't do nothing, right? Let's not get that misconstrued. Tea time is fine if we just go leave the trade deadline not doing anything. I'm cool. Now I'm just gonna wait for my team to get healthy.
Facts.
But if you do anything, it has to be DeJounte. Nobody but. Unless you a magician and you got a rabbit in your hat and you can get me Mikal Bridges. But I know what that is. That's nothing but pure sorcery. You would have to be Jesus Christ himself to make that happen. But DeJounte has to be. That's a realistic expectation. Nobody else to me fits this team that is available in my eyes, like DeJounte. Save him. He need to be saved. he need to be saved. That's all I'm saying. Save my guy. He needs to be a Knick. He just gotta stop doing stupid shit like hitting fucking what you call it, pro-am players in the head with basketballs. That's kind of corny. But other than that, and get a new haircut because that half moon shit don't rock no more. You know what I mean? And this is a fact, Quincy. You hear
Yeah.
when I'm because Bruce Brown was another person that was thrown in the rumor mills, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't think we want Josh Hart again. We already have Josh Hart. Why would we want Josh Hart? To me, they're the same exact player. Bruce Brown shoots a little bit better than Josh Hart, but they're the same player. And clearly, Josh Hart knows he's not going anywhere because motherfuckers is starting a whole podcast.
Oh
which
man,
which I can't wait to tune into because I know that shit about to be hilarious.
hilarious, hilarious.
Yeah, so I I don't see that Bruce Brown situation being getting any traction. And again, uh, to Quincy's point, the only upgrade from Quentin Grimes, DeJounte Murray. Usually, because my work schedule, I don't wake up early. I usually get up around like 10. I go to sleep late, wake up early. But I'll be up tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Absolutely. I'm like Kevin Gates. I got two phones. So your boy gonna be like this, 8 o'clock in the morning. Refresh, 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 refresh until 3 p.m. We need something to happen. You know what I mean? But which is weird too, across the NBA, the day before the trade deadline, there's usually at least one or two trades.
It's
At
been
least one.
quiet.
It scares me. It scares me. Because that means GMs are on the phone, hustling and bustling, moving and shaking, counter offers. All these things are happening. Think tanks, everybody in a room. This team just said they're going to do this and this for the play that we want. Can we beat that? And they're sitting there like counting on their fingers.
Yeah.
Sending the numbers to the fucking financing department. Getting the numbers back. And like, yeah, we can do that. Because, at least one or two. And none of these things are happening now. Because there's players that's going to be moved. I think DeRozan's probably going to be out of Chicago
I think
by.
stuff is gonna happen before we wake up tomorrow
Uh,
morning.
don't do that because then I won't go to sleep. I got I got more than enough brown liquor in here to keep me up through the night.
Oh Lord.
So yeah, and I ain't got to work tomorrow. So yeah, so don't do that. No, I think Mama Rampage in the building. Rampage Ring Mama in the building. How you doing? Yeah, but yeah, I think DeRozan is probably gonna be out of Chicago tomorrow. Uh, I think the Nets is going to do something. They got to. Uh, Whatever it is, they just got to do something. They just can't do nothing. I don't know what they're going to do, but it got to be something.
They can do
Um,
nothing. They
I
can do nothing.
they could do some stuff. They got some players that people are very interested in. Dennis,
Yeah, us.
yeah, we want Macau, but I don't. But there's some teams that's interested in Dennis, uh, DFS Dennis Finney Smith. That's his first name is Dennis.
Uh-huh. But they
Yeah,
turned down 2 first-round picks for him.
which is wild.
Super
I heard they
wild.
want 5 first rounders from Macau. Sean Marks is a war criminal and he need to be arrested. Uh, because I don't know who the fuck he think these guys are. Uh, but yeah, they got to do something. Who else I feel like gonna make some moves? The Bucks is definitely going to do something. They have to. This team, as is not going to make it past the Eastern Conference Finals. Uh, if they even make it that far, be perfectly honest. I think Miami could beat that team in a 7-game series. Be perfectly honest. This is me being real. Playoff Jimmy with that Jaquez kid, and you got Scary Terry, because the Bucks don't play no defense. So
Right.
it's gonna be a shootout. And I think offensively, with the Jaquez kid, Scary Terry, and Jimmy Butler and Tyler Hero, they have enough offense to compete with the Bucks in a 7-game series. Uh, ain't nobody playing no defense in that series, but straight offensive shootout. But yeah, it's them. Who else I feel like gonna make some moves? You know the Lakers got to make some moves.
Yeah, they
Have
have
to.
to.
So they gonna be active. I don't know about the Warriors. They need to, but I don't feel like there's a move that can save them. Like I feel like Clay, unless it's getting rid of Klay Thompson, and I
Yeah,
don't
I
know,
don't think they're gonna do anything probably till the off season.
anybody who want Klay Thompson now. It's sad, but you had to see it coming. 2 knee injuries in back-to-back years, catastrophic ones. Like
Hmm.
he was out for almost like 3 years in a row. Like
Yeah.
yeah, you had to see it. You had to see it coming, and it's sad because he looks disheveled out there. I was watching them play the Nets. I was like, oh my god, this guy's trash now. Poor Steph. Steph got to do everything. Him and Kaminga. Yeah, but it's interesting. It's some other people. There's some other people that I feel like need to make some moves. Uh, on the West Coast in particular. I'm trying to think of the standings in my mind. There's
Let's
OKC, they good money. There's the Wolves, they good money. Who's fourth?
see.
The Kings. The Kings need to do something
The
because they ain't
Kings,
the same.
Suns.
Then the Kings need to get rid of what's the dude name that was on the Golden State Warriors? Harrison Barnes. They gotta get rid of him. It's a waste of space. The Aaron Fox and Sabonis is too good to not have a solidified third guy, Alfred, on the team, and that's what that team need. They need an Alfred, uh, and somebody who can help solidify their defense. So they're going to be active. How about I just look at the standings, my
Yeah,
dumb ass?
Phoenix is underneath them, and then New Orleans, Dallas.
Phoenix, Phoenix is just they is what they is.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know if they have enough cap space or draft capital to do anything. They traded all their draft capital to get KD and and Bradley Bill. So they're kind of like, this is it. We got to
hmm
make this work. Or one of these three got to go. And I don't see them blowing up the big three. They're gonna try to make it work, and rightfully so because they haven't really played a lot together.
yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see. It definitely is. New Orleans. Ah, it's weird, man, because they haven't been super injured this year. I feel like Zion played a decent amount of games this year. I could be wrong. I haven't watched a lot of Zion New Orleans games this year, but I feel like he's played a significant amount. Am I tripping?
I think he has.
I'm about to look. How many games this guy played? And
Mm.
then where's the stats? I'm trying to find. There we go.
He's played
Stats.
40 games so far.
That's most of the fucking season,
Yeah, more.
right?
he's gonna end up playing, if he stays healthy, the most he has in his career this season.
So yeah. So on paper, this team is freaking awesome. Like, think about it. Zion Williamson, uh, the guy from Portland, I forget his name right now.
CJ.
Yeah, CJ McCollum, Brandon Ingram. You got
The
the
Puerto
kid they
Rican
call,
guy, what's his name?
yeah, the Alvarado.
Alvarado.
Yeah. Valanciunas at the or is Valanciunas hurt?
I'm not sure.
Because I know he's another.
I know Alvarado was hurt because when I went to New Orleans, he was out injured.
Uh, Valanciunas. Nope, he's playing. He's playing. You got Valanciunas. You got Zion. You got CJ. You got
Ingram.
Ingram. On paper, this team is fire, but they're a playing team.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I don't I don't get what's going on with them. I don't know if they're gonna be active in the trade deadline. But if it's looking like this, it's either the coach or some players gotta go. Because the players are not matching well. Uh and I'm leaning towards that it might have to be some players have to go. Because I'm thinking about it, there's no perimeter shooting in none of the big names. Zion can't shoot. CJ is not that great of a 3-point shooter. Neither is Brandon Ingram.
Nope.
So yeah, I just think that that team don't. It's not the names are fire, but it's not properly constructed.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, and that's why I love my team.
Facts.
Properly constructed. This is something that we've been arguing here on Knicks Ish for a long time, especially Kev. You feel me? Because sometimes I stray from the path. I'm not gonna lie. I get distracted by shiny things on the side of the road. Uh, but Kev be like, nah, nah, T. I don't, the F that. I'm like, yo, Kev, but it's shining. It's shiny, Kev. Kev be like, nah, T. Nah, but yeah, so, and that's another reason why people got to give our front office is just due because all the scrutiny, uh, all the scrutiny that we've been through, or they've been through, to see that this team is functioning at a high level, even with 3 starters missing, and tonight 2 crucial role players because with the injuries, Jericho Sims has become a crucial role player, and
Facts.
still see us operating at high efficiency because of proper roster construction.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody fits together like puzzle, and that's dope to see.
Facts.
Uh, I don't know if I got anything else. I'm kind of just blabbering now because I've been drinking.
I'm good.
Yeah. Uh, so we play the Dallas Mavericks next. I ain't gonna lie, like I'm confident, man. There's a lot of things that need to be happening, namely health.
Facts.
We need health. You feel me? It's we have to have JB at least he needs to be at least 80% for us to even have a chance. Uh, we're gonna need Josh Hart to do what he's been doing on the boards. If we don't have those two, we lose by a lot.
And we haven't said that a lot. We haven't said that this season.
Not once. Because I really feel like with a semi-healthy team, we could beat anybody. But hurt in to this magnitude, your number one player and your number two player don't play, and your number three player and your number four, like you that four of your five players in the starting lineup could be potentially hurt. Think about that. JB, Julius Randle, Mitchell Robinson,
I mean, we just
OG
saw it with the
Anunoby.
Grizzlies.
You know what I mean? Like they whole starting five diminished. Everybody in fly clothes on the bench. You know what I mean? And hopefully JB could play. And at the same time, unselfishly, I want him to rest so he can experience his first All-Star game. I want him to experience that for him. I want him to compete in it. Oh, we didn't even talk about that. My boy being in a three-point contest.
Thanks.
Did not see that coming.
Me either. I thought it was going to be Dante.
Dante started heating up a little bit too late, though.
Yeah.
JB been smoking since after like what the first 10 games.
Yeah.
He started going crazy. I hope he do better than Julius did. And I think Julius doing bad last year was over exaggerated because his kid cried. He wasn't even the worst one in the 3-point contest.
Yeah.
But his kid cried. So everybody want to make fun of that, which is weird to me. A kid
Yeah.
crying for their parent is, and y'all want to, oh, look, he was so bad his kid cried. Yeah, it's weird. But anyway, I hope JB wins. I don't have him booked as winning, but I hope he does. And then here goes Donovan Mitchell, bitch ass, entering the 3-point contest
Right.
because I feel like it's only because JB in there,
Facts.
and it don't matter, Donovan Mitchell. When the playoffs come, you're gonna get cooked again.
Facts.
He's sending,
When
he's
it
sending
matters the
you.
most.
He's going to send you home again, Donovan Mitchell. And now you're gonna be sad because you want to be a Knick and you're not a Knick, and the guy who is a Knick keep on kicking your ass. That gotta sting. But anyway, you kick your ass in the regular season, you kick your ass in the postseason. It's kind of omen at this point. But and then
No,
we
it's
got
definitely.
Jacob. Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
I was
yeah.
about to say that. And it's definitely good to see Knicks being represented well with JB. And then I was going to say Jacob Toppin. I mean, the dunk contest don't seem like it's going to be all that fun, but I'm going for Jacob. He wear our jersey.
Facts. Even if it's Westchester, you
Right.
feel me? Uh, Definitely pulling for Jacob. It was dope to see Jaylen Brown entering the dunk contest.
Yeah.
That was fire because Jaylen Brown is a big name in the NBA, and I feel like we need more big names in the NBA joining the dunk contest. I feel like guys, the dunk contest at one point had so much pressure and like it was pressure to be a part of the dunk contest. That
Yeah.
we had years where it was bad because it was so much pressure. Guys missing dunks, people booing, shit like that. That was happening.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and guys really stopped wanting to be a part of that, and they don't really understand like that shit is history. Like that
Facts.
shit could build your legacy even further. Like I think why Jordan is still the GOAT in many people's eyes is not only because he won 6 championships, not only because you know all the scoring titles and shit like that, is because he competed in fucking everything. He's a
Facts.
slam dunk contest, uh, slam dunk champion. He even competed in a 3-point contest, even though he's not a great 3-point shooter. You feel me? Like, and that's always going to be a knock on me with LeBron is the fact that he never competed in a dunk contest. You in his heyday, he was one of the highest flyers in the NBA. You're a millionaire. You could fucking go and practice dunks a whole summer if you wanted to get ready for the next year's dunk contest. You have that ability, but just never to show up and compete. I don't respect it. I don't respect it for a lot of these guys anymore. I thought that the dunk contest was going to be back the year that Zach LaVine and Aaron Gordon competed. I thought that shit was phenomenal. But Aaron Gordon getting robbed, especially year two, I think that also was detriment to people wanting to compete. Oh no, nigga, I'm not about to go and possibly risk injury because that's still a thing too.
Yeah.
You know, you go up in the air, you dunk, you land the wrong way, your fucking season could be over. You know what I mean? Like, so I'm not gonna go do all this shit, risk paycheck after paycheck, and I might not even win because niggas is hating. You know what I mean? But hope the top end number two come home with the dub. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's unfortunate because I mean that weekend is for the fans, really, and you know the big names should show out. I mean, I think the 3-point contest, the big names are showing out. So I mean, hopefully one day the dunk contest will get there because they're good dunkers in the league. Like
I think the NBA need to, excuse me, bring more incentive for guys to
for
compete
sure.
because everybody like money. I don't care how rich people are.
Yep.
Everybody like money. Everybody. I don't care. That's why when you hear guys talking about the playing tournament, and then people like, oh, 500K, that ain't nothing. These guys are pissed at. But when you hear every player talk about it, they're like, yeah, ain't nothing wrong with getting 500K.
Right.
You feel me? Like, because even though they rich, they get another free 500K that you could go do. You could take care of family. Like, they rich, but they could take care of family with that. They could go on vacation. They could buy shit, cars, clothes, whatever. Like,
And what
it
about the
has,
players on the teams that don't make it? That is their money. That overpowers all they would have made throughout the year.
there was a story about, and I feel like most players are like this too. Like, there's a story about like when Jordan used to win the Finals MVP, he used to keep the bread, used to give Pippen the cars because I don't know if they still do it, but back in the day, you get the Finals MVP, you get money and a car.
Hmm.
And I heard Jordan used to keep the bread and give Pippen the cars. Now, what Pittman did with the cars, he could have sold them, whatever the case may be, but that's still bread in Pippen's pocket. You
Facts.
feel me? Like, and I feel like that still could be a thing. Like, you give them some. I'm not saying they have to be 500,000 because to give 500,000 to a whole entire team that turn around the All Star break and give. Nah, they could do that. The NBA making more than enough money to do that.
They
I
are.
changed my mind. Yeah, you give 500,000 to somebody for winning a dunk contest because I'm pretty sure they make hundreds of millions upon hundreds of millions All Star weekend.
By itself.
So,
Yep.
so yeah, you could give the contest winner 500K. I guarantee you see more stars start popping out.
Facts.
You know what I mean? But yeah, let's go, Jacob. I was hoping to see Jacob Ball tonight, especially with all the injuries. I was like, they gotta get my boy some PT now,
Right.
Tibbs.
Bro.
Jacob gotta earn that, and he balling out in the G League too, which is
He
crazy.
really is.
It's like, come on, man, give my man this. We injured. We're
Right.
injured. He deserved like a little bit of time.
Right. Give him a little couple of 5 minutes.
You heard, but Tibbs, Tibbs. He like his veterans. He like people
Stubborn
who's
as
already
hell,
proven.
bro.
Yeah, he like people who's already proven themselves. And hopefully one day Jacob get his time. Hopefully he wins. Even though I doubt it, I feel like Jaylen Brown is going to run away with this
I
dunk
don't know.
contest. We don't know,
I
but I
mean,
also
Jacob
feel like
Jacob is unknown. We don't know. He is the unknown.
But I also feel like there's an allegiance somewhat in, you know, amongst the judges and ex
Oh
NBA
yeah.
players. I don't feel like Jacob has broken that barrier as being considered as an equal to the people who's going to be judging. You know what I mean?
No, I agree
And
with you. My homeboy even said he was like they set it up for Jalen to win.
you look at who's competing is two G League players
Hmm.
and Jalen and who else? It's somebody else. And I don't even know. That's how bad it is. I don't even remember who else it is. I guarantee it ain't nobody serious.
It's Jaquez, McClung, Jalen,
Oh,
and
this
Obi.
nigga don't even dunk like that. The Jackass kid from Miami,
Yeah.
he's nice, but he don't got bunnies like that. This dunk contest gonna be ass. I'm calling it now. Unless Jacob got some, like Jacob jumps high, but I feel like he's stiff like his brother in some aspects. Like he might not have the dexterity to do some shit that's gonna have us like, oh. And at this point, I feel like if we're not gonna have the stars dunking in the dunk contest, there's people who are professional dunkers that are not in the
Fact.
NBA and that are doing shit that is unseemly. Like the scorpion dunk that this one dude do, the white dude do, where he like dunk it like with his arm like this.
Bro, me and Frank talked about it after last dunk contest. Why they don't have the professional dunkers team up with an NBA player and double score them like that as a team? Like, cause bro, those dunks they be doing is insane.
Yo, I've seen somebody jump in the air, throw the ball up behind their back with this hand,
Yep.
and doing a 360, catch it with this hand,
Yeah.
and dunk it. I'm like,
With they back half to the basket. Yep.
what the fuck is that? I've seen somebody bounce the ball, jump, kick the ball with their foot in the air, make it bounce again, catch it, and dunk it. Like, what?
Facts.
These the because I feel like Aaron Gordon, what he did against Zach LaVine and losing is like the most creative shit that we probably gonna see from a professional NBA player in a long time. The jumping over the mascot under both legs like this, yeah, I don't.
Mhm.
Nobody else in the NBA is doing that. The spinning on the fucking wheel shit, windmill with the hit. Nobody else is doing that.
Mhm.
Yeah, and free throw line between the legs. Nobody else is doing that. I love Obi. I love Obi. I'm happy he won. I'm happy he won. But even that dunk contest, I was like,
Yeah. It just cause he was a Nick.
okay, we'll take it.
Right.
We'll take it. That's the least they could give us is dunk contest. We had Nate, we had Crypto Nate, and,
Hmm.
and we got old Obi. That we take it. But yeah, it wasn't that. Now Ant Man should have been in the dunk contest. A healthy Ja Morant should be in the dunk contest.
Yeah.
Jalen Green should be in a dunk contest. These guys got bounce, but they want to sit there and get jiggy, look real fly on the sideline, and look at people like, "Oh, that's not it." Like, nigga, you should be it. Yeah, but all right, yeah, that's it. I'm gonna go back to doing what I was doing, getting my righteous on. Yo, shout out to everybody that pulled up in the comments. If you haven't done it already, press the like button. Follow us on every single platform you could think about. Discord, all that. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Hold on. I got the banner. I gotta add Discord to the banner. That is That needs to be a thing. Where is it? Boom. There we go. Yeah. So follow us on everything, including Discord. You know what I
Fact.
mean? We outside. Sharing is caring. We outside. Uh, we'll see you on Thursday. I might not. I'll be around, even if I have to holler at y'all from work, like how I've been doing. You feel me?
I mean, we might see them tomorrow if a move gets made.
These are actual, factual truths. I will. I'm off tomorrow, so as soon as it, bit it, bit it, bit. I'm firing up the live. You heard? Well, but shout out to everybody that pulled up. I really do appreciate y'all. Y'all have a great night.
Facts.
Uh, yeah, Maddie Smooth. I thought you been new. This is my guy, Maddie. Like Maddie,
Yeah,
you here all the time, Maddie. And
facts.
every episode, somebody says, "Follow us on Discord."
Discord, yep.
So let's make it happen, Maddie. Maddie's my guy. Maddie's a loyal supporter. He's here every time we go live. He even
Facts.
do lives himself on his Facebook where he's giving game and his feelings and his opinions on the Knicks. That's my guy, Maddie Smooth. Maddie Smooth,
Facts.
you got to bring back the headbands, my boy. You feel me? I peeked in on some of your lives. Maddie Smooth without the headband is not it. I need Maddie Smooth with the headbands giving me game. That has to happen, my boy. You feel me? But yeah, shout out to everybody. We got here. Peace.